For those of you guys who are not aware, there is a federal lawsuit going on against the EPA, which actually had a trial that happened on the 1st of this month, or like the 31st of January roughly, for fluoride poisoning slash, the EPA not really recommending people to not put this in their water supply, despite all the science and evidence saying that it does have poisonous effects on people. It's been proven with the high amounts in water plus other things too, such as our food and especially ultra-processed foods. It can cause issues such as dental fluorosis, and it's also been admitted by health professionals that fluoride is a neurotoxin as well too. And that's not even to mention the fact of the matter that people for, decades have been saying that fluoride in the water is really bad. Gotta love them good old nutritious neurotoxins, right? So my question is, if all this has been known, then why has the EPA / government health officials been pushing for this to be added into water so much? Well, we'll look at an interview with the lead attorney on this lawsuit and all the other serious health risks / concerns about, ingesting fluoride. But before we go and get more into this though, cue intro. Fluoride is poisoning people. It might be said that, it's good for topical usage, you feel me, or externally not being ingested. But the fact of the matter is that it's not just being used for things like mouthwash to do that. It's being ingested and in pretty high quantities, which is proven that when it's ingested, it's actually decently harmful / poisonous. Now, I personally don't use fluoride, as I have learned the effects it has on the body, and not to mention the fact of the matter, that I have also felt quite a bit better since I have stopped doing that. However, though, I am open to, how it might be able to potentially just be a helpful medicine to others if it's just used actually topically, you feel me. Now let's open our minds and listen to what the lead attorney on this lawsuit, Conett, has to say about all of this.
To be fair to the Centers for Disease Control, Oral Health Division, and proponents of fluoridation, which I feel I should be, they would say, well, yes, fluoride's benefit is predominantly topical, but guess what? The water is a great way of delivering topical fluoride. You're bathing your teeth in topical fluoride every day. That's their current position. But it still begs the question, even if, and the science on this is extremely weak on their end for benefits of fluoridation now, but even if there was a slight topical benefit from fluoridated water, the fact remains you don't need to put it in your water to get that topical benefit. It still doesn't justify, from my vantage point, adding it to an uncontrolled, basically you're adding it not only to your water, but all processed foods and beverages made with the water. We have an overexposure problem with fluoride today. And interestingly, Kim, you can see the overexposure problem. Do you know how?
How?
On kids' teeth. Because fluoride, when you ingest too much of it growing up, it creates a condition called dental fluorosis, which manifests in typically white streaks or splotches on the teeth. That is caused by fluoride interfering with the tooth-forming cells. And in its more severe conditions, it turns yellow, brown, and sometimes black. It can be a disfiguring condition, but most kids have it in its milder stages. But any dental fluorosis is a visible sign of overexposure.
Now, that is one of the main points I stress to people when they are on the side of, oh, fluoride's really good for you. In small quantities, it's not very harmful to you, you feel me? It's more so the large quantities, like Michael is saying, in our food, our water, our medicines, etc. It's in a lot of different things, and way too much to the point where, it's causing side effects that aren't really the greatest. We don't need this much fluoride in our systems, you feel me? And that is at least one principle I feel like a lot of us can agree on, especially when you guys start to learn more about the rest of these health risks and like poisonous side effects that it has on people when it's ingested, instead of just used topically. Now, if you guys made it to this point in the video, go ahead and hit that like button and destroy the shit out of the subscribe button, or leave us a little comment. It really does mean a lot to me whenever you guys do this, and also helps us to get further up in the YouTube algorithm so we can get this completely uncensored and unbiased content out to even more people, you know, giving them content where it's kept 1,000,000 fucking % real, you feel me? And you don't have to deal with all the propaganda of the fucking systems we live in, the shitty, corrupt ones. But with that being said and out of the way, you know, let's go ahead and hop right back on into the video.
I would just add, Kim, because we know we've been speaking a lot about the brain, which is where a lot of the focus in the research is, but I would just say that there are a couple of other really key health concerns with fluoride today. One of which is bone fractures, particularly hip fractures. Fluoride, we know fluoride, there's no dispute that fluoride weakens bone. Period. It's proven, no dispute. The question is the dose, but there are high quality studies, including one from Sweden 2 years ago, that found that optimal levels of fluoride in the water increase the rate of hip fracture in postmenopausal women. So that's one big concern. Another big concern is thyroid disease. Fluoride, you know, we think about fluoride as a drug for cavities and teeth. Mm-hmm. Fluoride was once used as a drug to reduce thyroid function. If you had hyperthyroidism, overactive thyroid, fluoride was used to bring it down. And that the concern today is that fluoride may be contributing to hypothyroidism, underactive thyroid, which is a real problem today in the United States. A lot of women particularly have it. So there's a thyroid concern.
As you guys just saw, not only does it contribute to dental fluorosis of, you know, the teeth, but it also, you know, contributes to osteoporosis.
I have osteoporosis.
And, you know, similar like conditions, particularly a lot of postmenopausal women, you know, people that are like 50 plus who have that issue are a lot more susceptible to getting their hips broken and cracked, etc. because of that. And not only that, fluoride was used as a drug to reduce thyroid issues. And when you have it in such a vast quantity in a supply that's getting ingested into the body, what do you guys think that's going to do to people? Do you think that's really going to have a positive effect on our health, you know? Because having a normal thyroid level is, like I said, it's fine. Thyroid issues is one thing, you know, but the dude said it's literally causing a lot of women in particular to have hyperthyroid issues, which makes them gain weight or have significant troubles losing weight. And that's not even including the mental health effect that's going to have on those women too. After hearing this, it doesn't exactly bode well for having fluoride in our water supply, you feel me? But let's go ahead and, you know, look a little bit more into this interview here.
So it's not, just want to say, it's not just the effects on the brain. That's the focus of our case. There's,
sure.
And one other effect is arthritis. Osteoarthritis is a big, we know that fluoride can cause osteoarthritis. We know that for a fact, no dispute about it. The question is the dose, and there is good evidence to indicate that Americans are getting enough fluoride to cause arthritis.
And this is, you would have to consume it at any age in order to have those effects?
Yes, that's not limited to being a kid. The other thing is, if you know anyone with kidney disease, especially someone with dialysis, okay, they do not want to be drinking fluoridated water. That's the one population, if I had the ability to specifically notify and alert one population, well, formula-fed babies, pregnant mothers, and people with kidney disease. Because if you have kidney disease, you have a very impaired ability to excrete this stuff from your body, and it builds up. And, you know, one of the things, because of the suppression of science in the early days, one of the things I spent a lot of time reading about this, and it was really bothered me a lot. But in the 1970s, it came to light that dialysis patients were suffering this crippling bone disease called osteomalacia, fluoride-induced osteomalacia. It's a softening of the bone, very painful disease, because the dialysis centers were not removing fluoridated water at the time, and they were being poisoned with fluoride, these dialysis patients.
Alrighty, so how does that make you guys feel hearing about that part right there? Like, the fact of the matter, not only does it give you dental fluorosis when you have it in high quantities as a child, it also sits there and, contributes to the hyperthyroidism, like I was telling you, the cracked hips and, broken hips. If you're a woman, you're a lot more likely to get it when you have fluoride in your system from your drinking water. Not only that, you also have the whole issue with osteoarthritis, you feel me, which is the erosion of the tendons or the ends of the tissues on your knees and stuff like that, you feel me, or at the end of your joints. Then not only that, you also, have it to where if you have kidney disease and you're ingesting enough of this crap, it builds up and builds up in your system and it causes another osteo-based disease. It's crazy because that is literally osteoporosis at the end of the day, you feel me? It's something along that family of diseases. Osteomalacia, I believe is what it was called, right? And that shit sucks. Like, I can only imagine how much that hurt. Now, thankfully that, the kidney disease center stopped, fluoride from being in their water anymore, you feel me? Thankfully. But, if you have kidney disease or you know anybody that does have kidney disease, please tell them to drink bottled water, reverse osmosis water, or just, stay away from fluorinated water because it makes their life worse, you feel me? And it's not pushed out there enough that happens. Let's try to actually save some people from having to deal with all that pain, right? If the government can't do it, at least we can rely on me and you to do it, right? Because at the end of the day, all you can rely on is yourself, right? It'll make you feel good too, But that's enough about what I think. What do you guys think? My adoring tribe members, new viewers, etc. Let us know your guys' thoughts, opinions, and concerns on fluoride and or this lawsuit against the EPA in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear that stuff. But if you guys did make it to this point in the video, go on, hit that like button and destroy the shit out of that fucking subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to me whenever you guys do this, and it also helps us to, understand what you guys are enjoying that we are putting out here for you, you feel me? Not to, mention the fact of the matter, if you guys do share this content to people this could potentially help and or that like this, it helps us get even farther up in the YouTube algorithm, for one, and then two, it also, helps to let people know it's okay to question these systems that we live in. And, it's okay to think independently of these shitty, corrupt government / systems that we are a part of. Now, if you guys made it to this point in the video, go and leave the word poison in the comment section down below to let me know that you made it to the end and that you guys are part of the 1,000,000% tribe. Thank you again, my dudes. I do appreciate you guys very much for being here. And a big thank you to the 142 badass motherfuckers of this Z tribe. I love you guys and, look forward to making more content for you guys. If you want to see something in particular, let me know in the comment section down below, you feel me? I would love to, hear what you guys would like to see me covering more, you feel me, as an independent journalist / information source. Now, with that being said, if you guys would like a more interactive experience with us, come join us live every Wednesday and Friday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. Central Time on our streams here on YouTube or over on Twitch, Facebook, or Rumble too. We talk about conspiracies such as this, pop jokes about it, dark jokes, just vibe out and have a good time playing games such as Pokemon Unite, Fortnite, thinking about doing Pal World here too. If you guys would like to see that, feel free to let me know. So we just like to vibe out in there, just communicate and have a good time, But with that being said though, my dudes, until next time, please don't forget to live long and prosper, take care and peace, keep it 1,000,000% real, and as always, fuck the system. I'll see you guys on the flip side, Z-Trap. Yo!
People of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is America.